Prince William just shared a health update on Kate Middleton 2 months after she finished chemotherapy.
Doing what I can to stay cancer-free is now my focus.
How is the princess?
She's doing really well, thanks.
The cancer journey is complex, scary, and unpredictable for everyone, especially those closest to you. With humility, it also brings you face to face with your own vulnerabilities.
What does the future hold for Princess Catherine, the future Queen of Great Britain? Millions adore her for her warm and cheerful personality, her dedication to helping others through charity work, and her stunning sense of style. But behind the smiles and grace, Catherine is facing one of the most challenging times of her life. Recently, the heartbreaking news of her cancer diagnosis shocked the world.
It's been an incredibly tough couple of months for our entire family, but I've had a fantastic medical team who have taken great care of me.
Fans and loved ones are apprehensive about her health, and even the best doctors are struggling to predict what lies ahead. The thought of Catherine battling severe pain every day is hard for anyone to imagine. Known as Kate to those closest to her, she has always been a symbol of strength and kindness. However, this health crisis has brought new challenges for her and her husband, Prince William. Together, they've had to confront difficult choices about her treatment and future. These decisions have left many in tears, showing just how deeply Catherine has touched the hearts of so many. Before diving into the emotional and heart-wrenching steps they've taken, it's important to look back at the life of this remarkable woman. From her early years to becoming a royal icon, Catherine's journey has been nothing short of extraordinary.
But for now, I must focus on making a full recovery. At this time, I'm also thinking of all those whose lives have been affected by cancer.
But now, the world watches and hopes as she faces this battle with the courage and dignity she's always shown. Catherine Elizabeth Middleton was born on January 9, 1982, at the Royal Berkshire Hospital in Reading, England. She grew up in a comfortable household and was baptized at St. Andrew's Church in Bradfield. Her parents, Michael and Carol Middleton, both worked for British Airways. Michael was a flight dispatcher and Carol worked as a flight attendant. Catherine is the eldest of 3 siblings, with a younger sister named Philippa, Pippa, and a brother named James. Interestingly, Catherine's family has connections to British aristocracy from the early 1900s. The Middletons became part of this circle through trust funds established over a century ago, which helped them maintain financial stability. Her great-grandparents, Noel and Olive Middleton, even hosted members of the royal family during the 1920s and 1940s. In May 1984, Catherine's family relocated to Amman, Jordan, where she attended an English nursery school. 2 years later, they moved back to Berkshire, and she enrolled at St. Andrew's School at the age of 4. As she grew older, Catherine became a part-time boarder at the same school. In 1995, her family moved to Bucklebury, where she attended Down House School for a short time before transferring to Marlborough College. At Marlborough, Catherine excelled in sports and led the women's field hockey team. After completing school, Catherine received an offer from the University of Edinburgh, but chose to take a gap year instead. During this time, she studied at the British Institute in Florence, Italy, and participated in a volunteer program in Chile. She also spent a summer working as a deckhand at the port of Southampton. Later, she attended the University of St. Andrews in Scotland, where she initially studied psychology, but later switched to art history. To support herself, Catherine worked as a part-time waitress. During her university years, she received a Gold Duke of Edinburgh Award and actively participated in the Lumsden Club, which organized charity events and community projects. In 2005, Catherine graduated with honors in art history. She began working part-time as an accessory buyer for the clothing company Jigsaw in November of that year. By 2007, she was curating a photography exhibition to support UNICEF and promote a book titled Time to Reflect by Alistair Morrison. Kate Middleton made several visits to Naomi's House Hospice, where she spent time with children, brought gifts, and read stories to them. Later that year, she organized a Star Wars-themed roller disco fundraiser, which raised an impressive £100,000. The funds were divided between Oxford Children's Hospital, to help build Tom's Ward for young cancer patients, and another charity that supports mental health programs for school children. Until January 2011, Kate worked at her family's business, where she handled catalog design, production, marketing, and photography. During her time there, she also introduced a junior line aimed at toddlers. Kate became actively involved with the Starlight Children's Foundation.
The Duchess of Cambridge championed a cause close to her heart today with a visit to a children's hospice in Middlesex.
A charity supporting children with serious illnesses by providing supplies for their celebrations. Additionally, she helped arrange the Boodles Boxing Ball, a fundraiser for the same cause. Before her marriage, Kate lived in an apartment owned by her parents in Chelsea, London, sharing the space with her sister, Pippa. Many people have wondered if Prince William chose Kate out of love or if there were pressures involved. Let's explore more about her personal life and their relationship. In 2001, Kate met Prince William while they were both studying at St. Andrews University and living in St. Salvator's Hall. She caught his attention in 2002 at a charity fashion event where she modeled a sheer lace dress. By 2003, they started dating during their second year and shared an apartment with friends until 2005. Their relationship had its ups and downs. They briefly split in 2004 but reconciled after graduation. Kate faced intense media attention during this time, especially after attending William's military graduation at Sandhurst in December 2006. In April 2007, they went their separate ways again, but their connection remained strong. By July 2007, both attended the concert for Diana, sitting just a few rows apart, and eventually got back together. In May 2008, Kate attended the wedding of William's cousin Peter Phillips to Autumn Kelly, where she met Queen Elizabeth II for the first time. In June 2008, Kate Middleton attended the Order of the Garter procession at Windsor Castle, where Prince William became a Royal Knight of the Garter.
Prince William today making history as the 1000th Garter Knight.
The following month, in July, she went to the wedding of Lady Rose Windsor and George Gilman, while William was serving in the Caribbean on military duty aboard HMS Iron Duke, in October 2010. During a quiet trip to a cabin in the remote mountains of Kenya, Kate and William got engaged. The couple was celebrating William's success in passing his helicopter search and rescue course. Clarence House announced the exciting news on November 16, 2010. William proposed with his late mother, Princess Diana's engagement ring, making the moment even more special. Kate had been baptized as a child and chose to be confirmed in the Church of England before her wedding. The confirmation took place on March 10th at St. James's Palace, with her family and William by her side. On April 29, 2011, they married at Westminster Abbey, a day also known as St. Catherine's Day. The wedding was a grand occasion, and the UK even declared a bank holiday in celebration. Around 300 million people watched the event worldwide, with 26 million tuning in live from the UK. Kate's wedding dress, designed by Sarah Burton at Alexander McQueen, became an instant hit. After the wedding, Kate became known as Her Royal Highness the Duchess of Cambridge, a title given to her by the Queen. As a gift, the Queen also gave the couple a home on the Sandringham estate. After their wedding in 2011, they briefly lived in Nottingham Cottage in London before moving into a large 20-room apartment at Kensington Palace in 2013. By 2017, Kensington Palace became their main residence. On December 3, 2012, St. James's Palace announced that Kate was expecting their first child. The news was shared earlier than expected because Kate had to be hospitalized due to severe morning sickness known as hyperemesis gravidarum. Their son, Prince George, was born at St. Mary's Hospital in London. On July 22, 2013, Catherine faced a tough time with morning sickness during her pregnancy, which led her to miss some official events. She gave birth to Princess Charlotte on May 2, 2015, and Prince Louis on April 23, 2018. At that time, George, Charlotte, and Louis were 3rd, 4th, and 5th in line for the British throne. William and Catherine also have 2 cute English spaniels named Loop and Aura. However, there were some health problems affecting Catherine that were kept private. Despite this, they managed to balance their public life. After announcing their engagement in November 2010, Catherine made her first public appearance with William at a fundraising event for the Teenage Cancer Trust in December 2010. Her first official public event was in February 2011, when they attended a lifeboat naming ceremony near their home in Anglesey, North Wales. The following day, they visited St. Andrews to kick off the university's 600th anniversary celebrations. In March 2011, they traveled to Belfast. Catherine's first official event after their wedding was in May, when she and William met Barack and Michelle Obama at Buckingham Palace.
Obama is on a two-day state visit to Britain and got a royal reception this morning.
Their first royal tour of Canada took place in June and July 2011, followed by a short two-day trip to California in October 2011. During this time, Catherine also took on her first solo engagement at a reception for In Kind Direct at Clarence House, standing in for Prince Charles. In March 2012, Catherine delivered her first public speech, discussing the opening of a children's hospice for East Anglia's children's hospices. She and William were also named ambassadors for the 2012 Summer Olympics in London, which meant Catherine got to attend many sporting events during the Games. In September 2012, the couple went on a tour of Singapore, Malaysia, Tuvalu, and the Solomon Islands to celebrate Queen Elizabeth II's Diamond Jubilee across the Commonwealth. During this trip, Catherine gave her first official speech abroad while visiting a hospice in Malaysia, using her experience with East Anglia's children's hospices to connect with the cause. The couple continued to celebrate the Jubilee throughout the year, including participating in the Diamond Jubilee pageant. In July, Catherine's first outing after having Prince George was in August 2013, when she joined William to meet runners preparing for an ultra-marathon in Angeli. In March 2014, it was announced that their little boy would be joining them on their trip to New Zealand and Australia from April 16th to 25th. They had exciting plans, like visiting the Plunkett Society for Children and checking out areas in New South Wales that had been affected by fires. In June 2014, later that month, the couple went to France for an event marking the 70th anniversary of the Normandy landings at Gold Beach. In September 2014, Catherine was set to go on her first solo trip to Malta for the island's 50th independence anniversary. However, she had to cancel after announcing her second pregnancy, and her husband stepped in for her. In December 2014, they went to the US for a charity dinner at the Metropolitan Museum of Art. In October 2015, Catherine attended her first state banquet at Buckingham Palace to welcome Chinese President Xi Jinping. In April 2016, she and William traveled to India and Bhutan, and later that month, they met with the Obamas at Kensington Palace. The couple toured Canada again in September 2016.
Duke and Duchess of Cambridge as they check out the sights in Canada.
And in October, Catherine made her first solo foreign trip to the Netherlands. In 2017, the couple visited several countries, including France, Poland, Germany, and Belgium. Catherine also visited Luxembourg City in May 2017 for the Treaty of London commemorations. Then, in January 2018, they traveled to Sweden and Norway. In February 2019, William and Catherine spent 2 days in Northern Ireland, visiting Belfast, Fermanagh, and Ballymena. In June 2019, Catherine took part in the Royal First Salute at the Beating Retreat military pageant, a ceremony usually reserved for the Queen. In October 2019, Catherine joined William on a tour of Pakistan, which was the royal family's first visit to the country in 13 years. In March 2020, the couple took a 3-day trip to Ireland, visiting County Meath, Kildare, and Galway. In October 2020, William and Catherine met with President Vladimir Zelensky of Ukraine and First Lady Olena Zelenska at Buckingham Palace. This was the first royal event at the palace since the COVID-19 pandemic began. In December 2020, the couple went on a 3-day tour of England, Scotland, and Wales, using the British Royal Train to honor amazing people and organizations across the country. Before planning this trip in May 2021, they made sure to consult with the UK, Scottish, and Welsh governments. In June 2021, they returned to Scotland for a big tour of Edinburgh and Orkney. They also attended the G7 summit in Cornwall for the first time, where Catherine spent time with primary students and Jill Biden, and participated in a discussion about early childhood education. In February 2022, Catherine visited Denmark to learn about their plans for helping children with social and emotional development. She also celebrated milestones of both countries' monarchs. In March 2022, she and William traveled to the Bahamas and Jamaica to celebrate Queen Elizabeth's Platinum Jubilee.
The Queen appeared on the balcony of Buckingham Palace one more time last night. This was a surprise. Everybody was hoping she'd be able to rally.
Despite being busy and full of life, Catherine faced a sad moment when Prince William lost his grandmother, Queen Elizabeth II, who passed away on September 8, 2022. After her death, his father became King Charles III, and the next day,
King Charles III is officially ascending to the British throne to be the new monarch.
William was named Prince of Wales, which made Catherine the Princess of Wales. In September 2022, they visited Anglesey and Swansea, marking their first trip to Wales since becoming the Prince and Princess of Wales. In February 2023, they visited Falmouth, their first trip to the area since becoming the Duke and Duchess of Cornwall. After their marriage, Catherine quickly took on royal duties to support the British monarchy. In March 2011, she and William set up a gift fund through the Prince William and Prince Harry Foundation, so people who wanted to give wedding gifts could donate to charities they cared about instead.
The couple would encourage individuals to donate to their officially designated charity instead.
Catherine's gift fund has supported 26 charities they chose, covering areas like the armed forces, children, the elderly, arts, sports, and conservation. In June 2012, Prince William and Prince Harry's Foundation was renamed to honor Catherine's contributions, and it became known as the Royal Foundation of the Prince and Princess of Wales. Catherine's charity work mainly focuses on helping young children, mental health, sports, addiction, and art. Her influence on donations and projects has been called the Kate Effect. She is the patron of several charities, including Action for Children, the All England Lawn Tennis and Croquet Club, the Anna Freud Center, and East Anglia's Children's Hospices, among many others. She is also involved with organizations like Evelina London, Children's Hospital, Family Action, the Maternal Mental Health Alliance, the National Portrait Gallery, the Natural History Museum, NHS Charities Together, Place 2B, the Royal College of Obstetricians and Gynecologists, Sports Aid, the Scouts, the 1851 Trust, the Foundling Museum, the Lawn Tennis Association, the Royal Photographic Society, and the Victoria and Albert Museum. Since Catherine graduated with a degree in art history, she developed a special interest in art. She supported the Art Room, which provided art therapy for kids from low-income families before it closed down. She is also connected to the National Portrait Gallery. Catherine took on the patronage of the Lawn Tennis Association, the All England Lawn Tennis and Croquet Club, and the Royal Photographic Society, when Queen Elizabeth II passed them down to her in December 2015.
Buckingham Palace has announced the death of Her Majesty Queen Elizabeth II. In a statement, the palace said, "The Queen died peacefully."
In 2019, Catherine became the patron of the Royal Air Force Cadets, a role that was held by the Duke of Edinburgh for 63 years. She also became the patron of the Foundling Museum, which honors the Foundling Hospital, and volunteered as a leader for the Scouts in North Wales, taking over from Queen Elizabeth II. In September 2020, she became co-president of Action on Addiction with the Duke of Kent.
Kate Middleton stands with Take Action on Addiction, and from being an addict to head of global operations.
Catherine has made visits to rehab centers to spend time with people recovering from addiction. In October 2012, she worked with Action on Addiction to launch the Impact program, which focuses on how drug addiction affects families. This was one of the many admired Sheikha Mahra's choice to not stay in an unhappy situation, even as a royal. As with any big news, some doubted its truth. Some wondered if the princess's account had been hacked, unsure that a royal would make such a personal statement so publicly. However, these doubts faded as Sheikha Mahra continued to post on her account, even sharing updates about her daughter, proving that the divorce announcement was real. The fact that Sheikha Mara made such a public declaration cannot be ignored. In a culture where royal matters are usually kept private, her decision to use social media was a big change. It marked a new era of openness and direct communication between royals and the public. But why did Sheikha Mara take such a bold step? Her choice to announce her divorce on Instagram with clear and direct words suggests that she wanted to control the story. Perhaps she wanted to stop rumors or gossip by telling her side of the story first. By using the phrase triple talaq in her announcement, she could also be claiming power.
Sheikha Mara bint Mohammed bin Rashid Al Maktoum. She has made a dramatic and unexpected move by publicly calling out infidelity and using triple talaq to end her marriage.
In many Islamic cultures, the husband traditionally has the right to start a divorce. By using this language herself, Sheikha Mara may have been showing her independence and equality in the marriage. The timing of the announcement, just after the birth of their daughter, also raises questions. Was there a specific reason that led to this decision? Or had problems been growing quietly over time, hidden behind the glamour of royal life? Whispers of infidelity. After Princess Sheikha Mara's surprising Instagram announcement, rumors of a more serious nature started to spread quickly. People began talking about Sheikh Mana's alleged cheating, and these rumors were shared all over social media and traditional news outlets. It's important to remember that these are just unconfirmed rumors, but they still had a big impact on how the public saw this royal divorce. Some sources claimed that Sheikh Mana had shown interest in marrying another woman, which, in Islamic culture, is allowed under certain conditions. While this might not be unusual in some situations, for Sheikha Mahra, who was raised with modern values, it could be seen as a betrayal of their marriage. The gossip spread rapidly, with many different stories about Sheikh Mana's supposed actions appearing online. Some people claimed to have seen him in situations that raised questions, while others spoke about expensive gifts given to another woman. Even though these stories were not confirmed, they gained attention quickly because there was no official word from the royal family. In today's world of social media, rumors can spread faster than ever. What used to be private gossip in royal courts was now being discussed all over the world on platforms like Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok. Every new post seemed to add to the drama, making it hard to tell what was true. Traditional media outlets were more careful at first, but eventually they started reporting on the public's reaction to the rumors. This gave the gossip even more attention. The line between reporting the rumors and spreading them became blurred, and the story grew bigger and bigger. These kinds of allegations can have a big impact on royal families. Royal marriages have long been seen as symbols of stability and tradition, representing not just the couple but also the families, regions, and even nations they come from. When rumors of cheating arise, it doesn't just threaten the personal relationship between the couple. It can shake the public's trust in the monarchy itself. If the rumors about Sheikh Mana's infidelity are true, the consequences could be serious. Sheikha Mara, known for her charity work and as a role model for young women, might face a difficult time handling public attention, while still keeping her dignity and continuing her important work. For Sheikh Mana, these rumors could damage his reputation both within the royal family and with the public. In a culture where respect and honor are so important, accusations of cheating could seriously affect his future roles and responsibilities. The Dubai royal family, known for presenting an image of wealth and progress, now faces a tricky situation. How they handle these rumors could set an example for how royal scandals are dealt with in the age of social media and constant news updates. If the rumors are true, they could change how people see both Sheikha Mara and Sheikh Mana. For Sheikha Mara, announcing the divorce might be seen as her standing up against infidelity and not accepting behavior that goes against her values, no matter what royal expectations are. For Sheikh Mana, the accusations could affect his position within the royal family and his public duties. In the worst case, he might lose important roles to avoid further drama. However, it's important to keep in mind that all of this is just speculation. Without official confirmation, we should be careful not to jump to conclusions or pass judgment. The true reasons behind Sheikha Mahra and Sheikh Mana's divorce might be more complicated than any rumor can explain. A royal legal battle looms. After Princess Sheikha Mahra's surprising announcement about her divorce, a new chapter in this royal story has begun. The world is watching closely as the legal details of this high-profile split come to light. Under Islamic law, divorce can be complicated, especially when it involves members of a royal family. Usually, women file for divorce through a process called khula, where they must present a valid reason to the court and formally request it. However, Sheikha Mahra's public statement of a triple talaq on Instagram has raised questions about whether her action is legally valid. In the United Arab Emirates, where the couple lives, divorce cases are reviewed by the courts. So even though Sheikha Mahra made a bold announcement on social media, the courts will likely need to make the final decision. The use of the triple talaq,
Sheikha Mahra bint Mohammed bin Rashid Al Maktoum, she has made a dramatic and unexpected move by publicly calling out infidelity and using triple talaq to end her marriage.
which is usually a right for men, being used by a woman adds another level of complexity to an already tricky situation. But the legal battles may not stop with just the divorce. At the center of this royal drama is their young daughter, Princess Mahra. Custody cases for royal children are often closely watched and discussed. In such cases, the courts usually put the child's well-being first. Given Sheikha Mahra's popularity and her work for charitable causes, she may have a strong case for gaining primary custody. However, Sheikh Mana's rights as a father also need to be considered. A custody battle could be coming, with both parents likely presenting strong reasons why they should have primary care of their daughter. Another big issue in this royal divorce is how to divide the couple's wealth. This is a huge case involving one of the richest royal families in the world, so the financial stakes are high. While prenuptial agreements are common in royal marriages,
prenuptial agreements are for individuals who want to have more control on how their assets and income are ultimately allocated in the event of a divorce or even death.
It is not known whether Sheikha Mahra and Sheikh Mana had one. The division of assets could involve a complicated mix of properties, investments, and other valuable items. Some of their wealth may be connected to their royal duties or family assets, making things even more complicated. Also, the short time of their marriage, just over a year, may influence how the assets are divided. The courts may look at what each person brought into the marriage and what they earned together during their short time as a couple. As legal experts start to discuss the possible outcomes of this royal divorce, many wonder how this will affect the public image of the Dubai royal family. The family has always worked hard to maintain a strong public image, showing unity, wealth, and modern values. This divorce, especially with Sheikha Mahra announcing it on social media, is a big change from their usual private approach to personal matters. How the royal family deals with this situation could set an example for future royal divorces and might change the public's view of the monarchy. If the legal case becomes messy or lasts too long, it could hurt the family's reputation. On the other hand, if the family handles it with respect and openness, it could make them seem more modern and relatable, showing that even the richest families face personal problems. The outcome of this divorce could also have a big impact on women's rights in the region. Sheikha Mahra's decision to publicly announce her divorce and use the traditional male-centered triple talaq has already started discussions about gender equality in divorce laws. As the legal process moves forward, people are watching closely to see what happens next. Will Sheikha Mahra's Instagram statement be accepted by the court? Who will get custody of Princess Mahra? And what will the financial settlement be in a case involving such a large fortune? The future for Sheikha Mahra. As the royal divorce settles, all attention turns to Princess Sheikha Mahra and what lies ahead for her. The young princess now faces a new chapter in her life, one full of both challenges and opportunities. As a single mother and a well-known public figure, Sheikha Mahra's future will be closely followed by royal watchers and the public alike. One of the biggest questions is how this big change will affect Sheikha Mahra's work for others. She is known for her dedication to education and helping women. Over the years,
Sheikha Mahra is an advocate for women's empowerment and local designers in the UAE.
she has built a reputation as a caring royal who wants to make a difference. Will this personal struggle make her even more determined to help others? Or will it cause her to step away from the public eye for a while? Some people believe Sheikha Mahra might use this experience to become even more passionate about fighting for women's rights. Her bold decision to announce her divorce publicly could be seen as a statement of independence and strength. This might lead her to speak more about women's issues, especially those around marriage, divorce, and women's legal rights in the Arab world. Sheikha Mahra's presence on Instagram may change as well. With over 930,000 followers, her account has given people a glimpse into her life and the work she does. Now it could become a place for her to show her journey as an independent woman and mother. We may see more posts about her charitable work, her role as a mom, and her personal growth after the divorce. What about the Dubai royal family? How will they handle this situation? The family has always been known for its carefully managed public image, balancing tradition with modern values. Sheikha Mahra's divorce presents a challenge to this balance. One option is that the royal family could see this as a chance to show how they support modern values. By backing Sheikha Mahra and her plans, they could show themselves as a progressive monarchy that values women's rights and independence. This could improve their image both in Dubai and worldwide. On the other hand, the royal family might take a more traditional approach. They could choose to keep quiet about the divorce and try to limit public discussion, hoping to maintain their dignified and mysterious image. While this might keep the family's sense of royalty intact, it could also seem out of touch in a time when transparency and open communication are becoming more important. Whatever approach the royal family takes, their handling of this situation will likely affect how future royals deal with similar situations. Younger princes and princesses will be watching closely, learning from Sheikha Mahra's example.
As UAE President Mohammed bin Zayed, MBZ, breaks with tradition and names his son, Sheikh Khaled, as Crown Prince. Now, MBZ became president of the UAE last year, you'll remember, after serving for years as the country's Crown Prince and de facto ruler.
Her decision to end an unhappy marriage, despite public pressure, may encourage others to prioritize their happiness over royal traditions. We might see more open discussions about relationships, mental health, and personal well-being within royal families. Young royals may feel empowered to make decisions that reflect their values and needs, rather than simply following what is expected of them. Sheikha Mahra's use of social media to communicate directly with the public could inspire future royals to engage with the public in new ways.